sugar. We need to cut back the carbohydrates.
Avoid sugar at all costs.
Sugar's bad.
Type 2 diabetes is not a result of eating too many apples or sweet potatoes or even whole wheat bread. But I have patients who have been led to believe that all carbs are bad and that somehow a greasy burger without a bun will save them.
It doesn't matter if it comes from whole grain or cane sugar or 100% fruit juice. A carb is a carb is a carb. If you have pre-diabetes or diabetes, you are essentially carbohydrate intolerant. Please reduce the recommended carbohydrate intake by half.
This woman straight up out of touch with reality.
Basically, insulin does everything it can to increase your fat. Insulin makes fat. Period.
The interesting thing on that is, like, I think all that actually happens, the more fruit that you add, even when it's in the form of juice, I think all that happens is it just speeds up your metabolism. So I don't think you're...
Now that does happen, but I don't think that's all that happens.
You can even try like an experiment with it and see what the hell happens.
We've got to try everything. So if you want to try sugar in your gas tank, I'm not going to get in the way. You try it.
Again, this is in the absence of fat. If we have fat calories in there as normal, this ain't going to work. Some people believe that this has to do with FGF21. FGF21 is a hormone, I believe, that gets released, and it helps to speed up the metabolism. But just look it up, check it out, like ChatGPT, and you'll be shocked at some of the information that you'll hear about it. You'll be like, how come I never heard about this before? You'll start to find a lot of information on this, and you'll hear more information about this in 2025. Other people are going to catch on, because this is a really rad way to like lose weight, I think, because you're able to consistently give yourself energy all day. You don't need to fast. I am trying to train my insulin sensitivity. So I'm trying to teach my body to be able to handle more and more insulin, handle more and more carbohydrate. There's some people that are heavy or obese and their baseline insulin levels are higher. And it's because it takes more and more insulin for them over time for them to have insulin do its job. They become insulin resistant. Insulin is supposed to go up when your glucose goes up, and they're supposed to kind of match each other. X amount of insulin to help clear X amount of glucose. Clear, I guess, means to put glucose into the right spots in your body, put glucose into your muscle, put glucose into your liver. Some of my brief understanding, and I'm still just learning some of this, but it doesn't seem like you really even need insulin for fructose to get stored in your liver, which is kind of an interesting kind of bypass of some of the system, or you need a lot less insulin. For me, I'm eating dates and I'm still losing weight. Dates are weird because they also have allulose in them, and that's interesting because allulose can actually help regulate your blood sugar. And I think all those years of low carb, I still got a lot to learn with this diet. So,
well, we are here to help. This high carb, low fat community has been here for like 15 years.
Because it can be kind of confusing sometimes for people.
Sugar.
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 Sugar. We need to cut back the carbohydrates.
Avoid sugar at all costs.
It's the sugar.
Avoid processed sugar. Eat a lot of meat.
Basically, insulin does everything it can to increase your fat.
This is long-term legendary low-carber, Dr. Robert Lustig. This guy's never been thin. He has been fat so long, his fat now has wrinkles. 3 weeks ago, when I made this video here called The I Quit Sugar Anti-Sugar Movement is Getting Scary, I had never made a video quite like that before, and a couple unusual things happened. Sure, made plenty of videos close to that area of sugar and carbs, but I didn't use the exact words I quit sugar. The first thing I noticed is that I got a lot more views than usual, and with that, a lot more comments. Oh, and the comments are still coming in. That's what got me to realize what's going on here. And where are these extra views coming from? Well, these extra comments may hold a clue, because I'm noticing a particular kind of hate with these people coming in. Take a look at these comments. Like, this one is strange, because the video was about sugar, not veganism. Someone just making a comment against veganism. And then another person comes in and says, bingo! Vegan diet is a big lie. Con job on the public. Which is pretty ridiculous to us vegans. I don't think I've ever heard a low carber talking about trans fats, because that's the stuff they put in junk food, refined oils, which low carbers are against. So I'm thinking that Robert Lustig is mentioning it now because it was recently found out or popularized that meat has natural trans fats in it. And so I guess he's doing damage control, or trying to convince himself and the listeners that it's perfectly fine, because it's all about keeping meat sales up. Remember to check back, because there's a lot of good angles I could take with this diet. I'll be talking about getting more specific into the diet and how my diet is similar. I may cover some more people, may cover some reactions of that Thomas guy. Also Bart K, of course he's into this. And I'm going to cover basically the carnivore community in general and how they are reacting to this. It's going to be fun. Oh, and by the way, I predicted this. Years ago. It's just a matter of time. So I'm all over this. 27 minutes of people believing crazy stuff. And that was whittled down, people. It was like 35. I could have made an hour-long video without adding any extra lunatics. But I had to just cut up to make the video more watchable and digestible. Look at all these crazy people believing this false stuff. This is what I do, is I correct people.
We're going to get 10 pounds of sugar, pack it into a 5-pound bag, and jam it all in the carburetor and the gas, everything. We're going all in.